organizing your Storyline project folder. In our world as instructional designers and e-learning developers, it is common to ignore some basics at the beginning of the project. Considering the quick turnaround time, pressure from the stakeholders to deliver the project as soon as possible, and of course, the last-minute changes. All of this makes it extremely difficult to keep things straight as we start working on the project. However, the decisions that we make during the initial stage of the project will determine how things will turn out along the way. Hi, my name is Smita and welcome to this yet another video in the Articulate Storylines Beginner series. In this video, we will talk about organizing your files and folders for your e-learning project. By organizing your project files and folders properly, you will not only save time looking for them later, but also avoid running into the risk of corrupting your Storyline project file. Another thing to remember is that it is always better to save the file on the local drive. In my experience, working through a shared cloud drive can sometimes cause issues in your Storyline project file. So now let's look at how I organize my project folder. The first folder I usually create and I name it as References. This folder has all the reference material for the course. And if I'm lucky to have a branding and a style guide, I save this document in the reference folder. Another important document that is found in this folder is the design document. Next would be the storyboards folder. I generally like to name it as SB. This folder contains storyboards and the scripts for the voiceover artist. At times, the project goes through many changes, and as a result, there could be multiple versions of the same files. I generally like to create an archives folder within each folder. This is where I archive all the older versions of any file. So the SB folder will have subfolders named Archive and Storyboards as well as scripts. The Images folder will have images specifically created for the project or any copyrighted images that were either purchased or given to me by the SME. A lot of times, I also end up creating a subfolder within the Images folder to save the high-quality design files. For example, I mainly work in Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop to create my graphics for the course. So for me, this folder will have all the AI as well as the PSD files along with the license agreements for any purchased images. Also, even the Images folder will have an archived subfolder. The Audio folder has all the audio and music files used in the course. Generally, I have two types of audio files. First being the audio narration of the course script, and next are the background music files and the sound effects. So besides the default archive subfolder, I create two additional subfolders, VO and Music. The VO subfolder has all the audio narration of the course script, and I generally like to split and name my audio files as per the storyboard reference slides or screens. This helps me keep my files organized, speed up audio sync process, and is a lifesaver when there are changes to the audio files. For the background music and sound effects, I of course save them in the Music subfolder. And I generally like to name files as per the Storyline project slide number. The Video folder will have all the videos that I used in the course. Just to keep things clean, I only save rendered video in this folder. So this folder will not have any working animation file. I generally like to keep them at a separate location. Again, it all depends on your personal preference. I personally find this method of organizing my video asset convenient. And of course, do not forget the Archives folder. I save my Storyline source files, that is the .story files, in this folder. And like all other folders, older versions of the project is moved to the Archives folder. Course files has all the additional resources that go along with the course. For example, the documents that you add to the Resources tab. All published output files are saved in the Output folder. As a best practice, every time I publish the storyline file, I create a subfolder within this folder and name the subfolder with the output version number. Each subfolder will have the respective output folder and the SCORM zip file if applicable. Also, do not forget to move the older versions in the Archives folder. At times, when the project reaches the beta or the gold delivery, I also find it convenient to name the output subfolder with the beta or gold version number. This is how I normally organize my folder structure for the project. However, I do make changes to the folder structure based on the project I'm working on. For example, if the project is very complex with many assets and images, I create subfolders within my Images folder to manage project icons, specific interactivity images, etc. I hope this video, where I provided information on how I organize my project folders, help you on your project. How do you organize your project files? Please feel free to provide suggestions in the comment section below. And if you like the content, please do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.